That boy raped my daughter.
Him? No, my son ain't raped nobody. Let him go.
We have to take him in.
Oh, okay. I'm calling my lawyer.
Oh, you don't have a lawyer. Stop lying.
Where are you taking him?
3rd and Belknap.
Hey, meet me at 3rd and Belknap.
So what were you doing in the
I
women's
don't
bathroom?
want to answer your questions.
You can't tell me why you were in the women's bathroom? How long were you in the women's bathroom? Who told you to go?
I want to talk to my mom.
Can you tell me anything?
This is Miss Solomon. She's here for Leonard.
Solomon, your client has not given a statement.
And he won't.
And he won't.
Has my client been arraigned?
Not yet.
How much longer do I need to postpone and get him home?
I'll speak to the DA about that.
So has any evidence or fingerprints been collected?
Not at this time, no.
Okay. You detectives mind going with me to get a medical exam for my client?
That's an unusual request.
I'm willing to do it.
All right. Well, if there is any evidence found, he will be rearrested.
Fine. Go ahead.
It's not every day we collect evidence from someone accused of rape. It's usually the victim.
He's not the usual suspect.
Can we just collect the stuff and save the commentary, please?
Absolutely.
Jessica was such a happy little girl. Until he...
The doctor spoke to you after the exam, is that correct?
Yes.
Did you learn anything interesting during this consultation?
Objection.
Sustained.
I'll rephrase. Did the doctor tell you anything unexpected during this visit?
She said she showed signs of being molested. We expected that.
Did he tell you the time frame of when this might have happened?
She said she couldn't be 100% sure, but there might be long-term abuse.
Long-term abuse. So this couldn't happen for a short time in the bathroom then, correct? I noticed you have an accent. Where are you from originally?
Romania.
Really? So did your marriage status change before or after your immigration status changed?
What the hell kind of question is that?
Your Honor. Sidebar, Your Honor.
Mr. Herbert, please tell us what happened on the day in question.
Jessica went to the ladies' room. Then a few minutes later, that man walked out.
Your witness.
When your daughter walked out the bathroom, was she upset?
What?
Crying? Any indication that something was wrong?
Well, maybe she was in shock.
Could be. So you said she was raped.
She was.
Did she tell you that or did you ask her and she agreed?
Objection.
I'll rephrase.
I understood you the first time.
Were you aware that Jessica tested positive for chlamydia?
Yes, the doctor told us.
And how long have you been married to her mom?
2 years.
And how long did you date before you were married?
10 months.
So Jessica was about 5 years old when you two met, right?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a mechanic.
And where'd you go to school?
What the hell does that have to do with my little girl being raped?
Mr. Hubbard.
Sorry, Your Honor.
What does your wife do?
She's an RN.
And about how many hours does she work?
7 to 3.
So she's home every evening to make dinner and bath? Let's get to that.
We only have one child.
What about dinner and baths?
I usually take care of that since she works overnight.
So from about 7 p.m. to what, 3 a.m.?
That's what I said.
So I understand Jessica has nightmares sometimes.
All kids do.
And when this happens, does she sleep with her parents?
Safe to say that all kids do.
So how often does this happen? Objection. Withdrawn. So how often do you comfort Jessica?
Son of a bitch, I understand what you're trying to say. That's disgusting.
Do you know what erythromycin is used for?
I do not know what you're talking about.
Okay, you know what? I have no more questions, Your Honor. I'll recall this witness at a later time. Dr. Julian, thanks for being here. We're going to try to make this quick.
I'm happy to help out.
Do you remember the night that you examined Jessica?
Yes, it's hard to forget her, 8-year-old girl. Signs of long-term sexual abuse. There were healed abrasions and various scars.
So this long-term abuse couldn't have happened in a 4 to 5 minute attack, correct?
Not at all. It looked more like months or even years.
Is there anything else?
We tested her for a variety of STDs routinely.
Okay. And your results?
She tested positive for chlamydia.
Is that unusual?
Highly. It's only spread with sexual contact. Poor thing. We had to sedate her to finish up the exam.
Is there anything else to add?
She had Ambien and erythromycin in her system when she woke up. She saw her mom and reached out to her, then saw her dad and withdrew. At the time, I attributed it to the medication, but in retrospect...
What are those drugs used for?
The Ambien is a sleep aid. It's never prescribed to children.
And the other medication?
It's an antibiotic. It's used to fight bacterial infections.
Like chlamydia?
And others.
We'll recess for lunch and reconvene at 1:45.
I know what you tried to do, and it's reprehensible.
Maybe, but it's valid as well.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
My son wouldn't hurt a fly.
That's ridiculous. What kind of mother is gonna send her 16 years old son into ladies' room?
I didn't want him getting abused in the men's room.
So you sent him into the ladies' room with women and little girls?
Oh, don't you say a damn thing, you filthy molesting bastard.
Mrs. Scott, please.
You shut me up. You're supposed to be our lawyer.
1, I'm your son's lawyer. 2, defending what you did would get him locked up for sure. Now, I see this both ways. We can either drop charges against my client and file charges against him, or you can let me finish my case and take your chances with that judge. Now, be careful if I was you, because once she hears what Jessica says that he did to her, it's not going to be good, and she's already repulsed by him.
Your Honor, the people move to dismiss all charges against the defendant.
For what reason?
New evidence that proves he is innocent.
Beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, Your Honor.
I see. I still want to know about this child's medical status. I want to interview her in my chambers, please.
Your Honor, the people move to dismiss in the interest of justice.
In the interest of justice, I am one of the people of the state of Texas, and I want to know what happened to this child. Your motion is denied.
What is happening?
The judge wants to know how she contracted an STD. Once the DA gets that on the record, they'll be forced to charge the dad.
I love this judge.
I'm just glad the truth came out.
Me too, because otherwise my client will be serving hard time.
He took a plea, 25 to life.
And I bet his wife's going to be waiting for him when he gets out.
She said she would.